If you want to know anything about the Canadian Space Agency lawsuit, you might want to talk to me because I'm the one suing Canadian Space Agency. Department of Justice Canada, and the amount of me owing them.
Back in October, I made this video about a flat earther who thought it was a good idea to sue the Canadian Space Agency for providing false pictures of Earth. Sorry, I can't even say that without laughing. But if you haven't seen this video, you probably need to watch it before you watch this one. And the flat earther in question is none other than Mikey Smith.
Creaky Blender here again.
And now that I say his name out loud, I realise that unless you're new here, you already know that because he's in the thumbnail. Anyway, I for one am very keen to see what progress Mikey has made with this groundbreaking legal first. So let's crack on, is it?
Shut up and sit down, you big bald f***.
Please subscribe.
I don't believe in God. I know there's a creator because I have recorded the firmament.
Have you though, or have you just really badly recorded the night sky? Because I got no idea what this nonsense is meant to be, but a firmament, it is not. So, Mikey knows that there's a creator, even though there's no evidence of one, and he knows that there's a firmament because he recorded it himself. Realistically, the only thing he should know is that he's wrong.
So, I don't know if you people out there with beliefs get like those chills running through your body. I would probably guess you don't, because I go out and I actually speak to the creator because I know where he is.
Really? That's awesome. I had no idea God lived in Canada. I was always led to believe that he was everywhere and nowhere at the same time. I tell you what though, I hope you're not going to tell the judge that you know where God is, or maybe you will, I have no idea. But I would strongly urge you to say absolutely nothing.
So, we have, I'm going to give you some advice.
Oh, please don't, because taking advice off a flat earther feels like taking advice off a pyromaniac about fire safety.
On, I guess, if you want to know anything about the Canadian Space Agency lawsuit, you might want to talk to me.
Well, I was told that the judge threw the case out, so what exactly would we be discussing?
Yeah, I guess if you want to talk to a doctor about brain surgery, you don't talk to your brother or your husband or your wife.
Yeah, but what if my brother, my mother, or my wife is a brain surgeon? Can I talk to them then? They're not, but I'm just looking for clarity.
You go talk to a brain surgeon about it, right? At least that's what I would. I wouldn't go talk to a mechanic and then ask what, maybe the mechanic's brother is a brain surgeon, but I don't talk to the brother of the surgeon who's a mechanic.
Well, in that case then, and using your own logic against you, Mikey, don't you think that you should maybe have spoken to an actual lawyer about this ridiculous lawsuit before you...
If you guys want to put out theories about me and the lawsuit, like I said, guys, this is going out to the truthers. If you want to feed the fire, continue on with your YouTube channel then.
Oh, I fully intend to. Now, sticking with your own logic for just a few seconds, and also going back to your picture of the firmament that you took yourself. Now, in the same way as you would only speak to a brain surgeon about brain surgery, which makes perfect sense, haven't you considered talking to an astrophysicist about whether or not the pictures we have of space from the Canadian Space Agency are real? And don't shoot the messenger, I'm just trying to follow your own logic to its conclusion.
Again, we're only going to talk about facts during this live stream.
So why aren't you then? Now, this is a 3-hour live stream and I had to torture myself and watch every second of it just so I could make this response. So don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and definitely like my smash button.
So yeah, I'm sending in my appeal. I have to fill out the heading, a different heading on the internet. Obviously, send in my shit, click and paste crap. post my pictures, my videos. I think I have 2 videos. They're only going to need 1.
Yeah, I completely agree. This is weird. I keep agreeing with Mikey Smith, but you're right. They will only need 1 video to be able to establish that this lawsuit is just complete insanity.
Now, moving on with this live stream. Again, we're only going to talk about facts during this live stream.
But I thought you were talking about how the Canadian Space Agency fakes pictures of space. So how can you be talking about facts if that's what you're talking about?
Where is my little sheet that I got from the lawyer because I had a lawyer's appointment on Monday? Oh, isn't that interesting?
I mean, it would have been interesting to be a fly on the wall, yeah, but unless you tell us what went on in that meeting, we won't know whether it was interesting or not, Mike.
Now I'm ready. It just moved further south, just like what the sun does, right? I did a little drawing of how I think the stars are working. Actually, I'm going to be doing a clay model of one very soon. Next week, I'm going to the city. I'm going to get some clay or Play-Doh clay. Yeah. And I'm going to kind of reconstruct how I think the stars look, even though I already know how they look, but I'm going to make a model of one. Been doing a lot of brain thinking here. And so we're going to
Brain thinking? Well, I didn't know there was another kind of thinking, but I will say this for Mikey, and this is what separates him from other flat earthers, apart from the obvious. He does actually put a little bit of effort to go out and take pictures, or what did he say he was going to do? He was going to make a clay model of a star. I have no idea why or what he's going to do with it, but at least Mikey puts in a bit of effort.
A lot of crazy stuff going on. Anyways, we will review those million pictures, screenshots I took, and we got a lot of things to do today. So I am going to be doing an appeal because the judge is a moron.
Wait a second, you mean to tell me that the judge that threw out your really stupid lawsuit because you claimed that the Canadian Space Agency are faking pictures of space is a moron? Well, I would never have expected such a thing to leave your lips, young Michael. And let's be honest, anybody with half a functioning brain would have realised beforehand that this was a terrible idea. You were literally expecting the judge to side with you when all you're actually saying is that every scientist, every physicist, every astronaut, every engineer is in on a lie to hide the shape of the Earth.
And so this is when I send in all my pictures. I have a separate file of my pictures and my videos and descriptions of everything. So I'm going to send all of that in. I've probably got 25 or 30 pictures there, a couple of videos. So that's going to be sent to the judge, hopefully over the weekend at some point, if not Monday. And just if you're getting information about my lawsuit, you might want to talk to me, okay?
I'll talk to you, Mike. In fact, I would like to formally invite you to be a guest on one of my Sunday night live shows, and we can have a conversation about your lawsuit. Drop me an email. Let me know if you're interested.
You guys, you're so into this theorizing, this bullshit, the lying. You'll just accept anything that anybody tells you because you don't know how to think.
Look, Mikey, I'm not trying to be mean or anything here, but watch that last section of your video back and listen to how stupid you sound when you say what you just said. You are honestly expecting a judge, somebody who has cultivated a career, probably over decades, somebody who knows the law inside out, upside down and back to front, to actually take you seriously when you're trying to sue a space. I just repeated myself now. Mikey, come on, get a grip.
And there's been this whole money issue that people are just not paying attention to. They're not. Of course, I guess when you're high or drunk, you may misread things.
Well, there we go. You've just hit the nail on the head, haven't you? Were you high when you thought up this little side quest? You usually are. And it would absolutely explain why you thought this was a good idea. Honestly, Mike, what exactly are you hoping the outcome of this is going to be? Do you actually think that there's even the remotest of possibilities that you're going to win the case? Assuming it gets past making the judge laugh or retire. And what about the people whose time you're wasting? Just because you've got nothing better to do, it doesn't mean that other people have that same luxury.
Department of Justice Canada, and the amount of me owing them, it'll be funny to find out how they're going to get it. But whatever.
Nice attitude. And is that the basis for you feeling comfortable with taking such a huge risk? You do realise that if the judge sees fit, he can order you to cover the CSA's court costs. And if you continue to push your luck, you could end up literally losing the shirt off your back. Is that sort of risk worth it? Just to try and prove a point which is impossible to prove because space isn't fake, nor are the images that the CSA provide. And Mike, you've got to pay attention to this part. Even a relatively simple case like yours, the legal fees can easily exceed $25,000. Have you got that sort of money knocking around? I seriously doubt it.
It is not thousands of dollars, which people are portraying on YouTube. I'm not going to give you the amount, but it's not thousands of dollars. Okay, I have it right here. I'll just keep that to myself for now. And so yeah, that's done with. I will finish that appeal soon. And so what do we got here? I'm gonna get to the pictures here. I could have taken my original Star Sirius, the one with the frequency, what I call them, going out the top and bottom. That video, there's like the frequency spurts out at like the 6 or 7 second mark, and I thought because our eyes don't see things that are like lightning speed.
But what about lightning? We can see lightning. I think you meant to say light speed. So are you saying that we can't see light? What?
So again, I've talked to some people. I've heard some people saying that this is stupid to sue the Canadian Space Agency because first of all, you have no chance against them. They're too powerful. And I agree, they're very powerful, and
absolutely.
It might be a mafia, so they could harm you and everything. Everything is possible.
Well, hopefully Mikey will listen to his flat Earth pal, but it's not the fact that the Canadian Space Agency are too powerful to take on. It's the fact that Mikey is trying to sue them for something so insane you'd think that it came from a bad movie.
But the people have to understand that I believe that your action is not to make money out of it or to win a regular case, is to just, give an example to others that we can do that.
I don't know what it is about Mikey's mate, but he really winds me up. But okay, he isn't doing it for money, which is a good thing, I suppose. But that only leaves one other option, which is having the CSA admit publicly that they've been lying about the shape of the Earth, and that some random guy from Canada has managed to make them confess. Oh, Mikey, you really are a strange little man, aren't you? Don't forget to subscribe if you're new and like the smash button. And I have a very special guest joining me this Sunday night at 7 p.m. live. And who is your guest, I hear you ask? No, you didn't? Well, I'm going to tell you anyway. It's only Forrest Valk, guy. So even if you've never watched me live before, this is going to be a really interesting show. So I'd love to see you there. And on that note, I will bid you all farewell. See you next time. Love you. Bye.
Out of everything that's on the internet, this is the best thing.
What do you call a woman who's really good at darts? Amy.
I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna